Shalom, shalom, and welcome to a new video here on the Genesis 49ers page where we say no to vague interpretations. We're here to present the information and understanding. With that being stated, today's topic is going to be based on 1 Esdras chapter 4, verse 34, because a doctrine is being taught by a camp called IUIC and other factions that the earth is the center of the universe, and this proves that the earth is the center of the universe. It's an old Catholic doctrine, the Ptolemaic doctrine, geocentric doctrine. Geocentric meaning the earth in the middle, and heliocentric meaning the sun's in the middle of our small universe. But we're going to analyze this scripture and see if this scripture is being misunderstood. 1 Esdras 4, verse 34, O ye men, are not women strong? Great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in its course. So you say, look, the sun's doing the moving. When we know the sun's in a course, this is not, rocket science. It says, for he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again in his own place in one day. This is talking about how the sun travels in one day, which it really is not doing any moving per se. It's moving, but that's not what we're observing in one day. What we're observing is the earth rotating, in relation to the sun. So we're gonna actually educate and edify the viewers out there, the laymen out there, so they can understand what this scripture is talking about. This scripture, as you can see on your screen, is talking about the diurnal motion, and it's the daily motion of stars and other celestial bodies across the sky. This motion is due to the Earth's rotation from west to east, which causes celestial bodies to have an apparent motion from east to west. Okay, so the sun rises and the sun sets. Okay, that what we're witnessing is the Earth rotating. That's what we're looking at. That's why the sun comes above the horizon, goes to high noon in 6 hours, then sets after 6 more hours. That's what the scripture is talking about in 1 Ezra 4 and 34, the diurnal motion, which is caused by the earth rotating. That's why I said the sun's in a course. It's that diurnal motion, which is a 24-hour period or a 12-hour period, right? 12-hour period on one side of the earth, 12 on the other. Excuse me. So with that being stated, this scripture does not say the earth is in the middle. It doesn't teach that. It doesn't say that. That's interpretation and interpolations of these different organizations and camps. We need to dig into these scriptures and have a real understanding. It gives sense to the people according to Nehemiah 8 and 8. So when you read it, it says, great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in its course. It's referring to that 24-hour period or the 12-hour period of the sun being in our sky and the motion called diurnal motion, sunrise and sunset. That's all it's referring to. It's referring to one day. It's not referring to the sun moving in a year, because if you're talking about what's in the center and what's in the middle, you got to deal with the ecliptic course of the planets, which takes 365 days. But this is clearly not talking about that. This is talking about in one day. The scripture says in one day. This is why it's important and pertinent that we don't add or take away from the scriptures. Read what's there and break it down. So swift is the sun in his course, for he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. Because the sun works in a circuit, the earth is rotating on its axis, and what we're witnessing is the earth rotating, and the sun appears to be moving from the earth's rotation, and that's called the diurnal motion, which is sunrise, high noon, and sunset, a period of 12 hours on each side of the earth. Understand that. So 1 Ezra 4 and 34 is not teaching that the earth is in the middle of the universe. Let's get that out of your mind. Let's just add this up. Like I brought out the diurnal motion, the daily motion of stars and celestial bodies. But I also want to bring out the Zohar, because the Zohar understood this, which was written 2,000 years ago around the time of Christ or before. It reads, the world is round as a ball. When the sun comes out in the east, it goes in a circle until it reaches below the earth, and then it becomes evening. At that time, it gradually descends by circles of certain steps, descending and circling the whole earth and the whole world. That's what 1 Esdras 4:34 was talking about, the diurnal motion. When the sun comes down and is covered by it, it grows dark upon us and lights up to those who are dwelling below us, those who are on the other side of the earth. And this is another thing. We knew that there was people on the other side of the earth 2,000 years ago. Why? Because we understood that our people had discovered those lands since the time of Solomon. I'm going to say it again. Our people discovered those lands since the time of Solomon with the Israelite king Hiram and Solomon. Okay? Ophir. Okay? And then later Arsareth, according to 2nd Esdras. It says below our feet, and so it grows dark on one side and shines on the other side. We understood this 2,000 years ago. Below it fallen the world and circle of the earth round and round. So they understood the circuit of the sun. They understood the diurnal motion. Jump down here. It says the whole world revolves in a circle like a ball. Some are above and some are below. So I want you to pay attention to this. The whole world revolves in a circle. So we understood 2,000 years ago, our ancestors understood that the earth rotates on its axis. That's why I said it revolves in a circle like a ball. Some are above, some are below, meaning there's people on both sides of the earth. We understood that. The people all around the earth stand opposite each other in 7 parts in the ball are the 7 lands. And all the people in this 6th land different in appearances according to the different air in each place, and they persist as the rest of the people. So you can see that's in our ancient text. This is 2,000 years ago, okay? We understood the earth was what? Round. So all these people pushing the flat earth, you're wrong, okay? We have ancient documents refuting that. And also, you cannot, the purpose of this video, you cannot use 1 Esdras 4:34 to say that we're in a geocentric universe. No, we're in a heliocentric universe. There's no scripture that goes against that. Show me the scripture that talks about the earth spinning on an axis. There's not one. Why? Because the Bible's not dedicated to that type of science or that knowledge. It's dedicated to give us the history of our people from, Exodus, throughout the captivities, through Genesis, the New Testament, and that's it. And the commandments. If you want to learn about how lunations work, how astrology work, astronomical nuances, and so on and so forth, you have to read other source material. Okay? That's where the problem lies. People trying to make the Bible into something that it's not. The Bible is a historical book with our law, statutes, commandments, and our culture in it. Okay? So don't add to the word. Don't remove from the word. That's a commandment. So with that, I'm going to conclude. I say shalom to the brethren out there and the sisters, and anybody else that might be watching from a different perspective. Hopefully this helps open your eyes to the Hebraic doctrine, and hopefully more information like this will be able to gain you and win you over. With that, Genesis 49ers signing out.